Okay, hello and good morning. Let's take a look here. Well, let's graph this one right here. Now remember, to graph it, you must get y by itself. So draw a line, and I want to see this on your paper, and circle the y. This is a plus because there's nothing in front of it. So you want to subtract x from both sides. So what you get for a, and I'll call this one a, I get y equals negative x plus 1. And then down here, draw your line, circle that. You want to get rid of the two last, so you want to subtract 3x. So you're going to get negative 2y is equal to negative 3x plus 8. And then divide by negative 2. And when you do, you're going to get y equals a double negative here. Two negatives is a positive. So put 3 over 2 x, and then this is one negative, so that's going to be a negative 4. Okay, so now you got to graph it. So let's take a look here. If you understood what I did, this one, the y-intercept is a 1, so you want to go ahead and go up 1 here. That's your y. And then here you want to put a 1 over 1, so you want to go down 1, and then to the right 1, and when you do that, you get your line like that. On the next one, the y-intercept is a negative 4. So you want to go down 4. And then here you're going to go up because it's positive. Rise is up 3. 1, 2, 3. And then to the right 2. 1, 2. It hits right here. So that's your answer, whatever that could be. 1. Maybe it's 2, negative 1. I don't know. It's hard to tell unless you use graph paper and a straight line. And actually, graphing is going to be on your next test, but systems of equation is actually better, much better. So what I want you to do is copy down the same two problems, and we're going to find out exactly where they hit. Okay, so this is the same problem. So copy that down. Okay, now to do systems of equations, you have to get one variable alone. So put that down. Substitution, get one variable alone. So put number 1. Now, you don't want to go after this one because it's got a 3. This one's got a 2. This one has a 1. This one has 1. So either one of these is okay. All right, I'm going to go after the x in this case. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to subtract y. So I get x equals negative y plus 1. Now circle that and put substitute. Now since it says x, you have to go where the x is. So step 2 is to substitute, which is what I'm doing right now. So you're going to get 3 times your substitute minus 2y is equal to 8. Now when you substitute, you should have all y's or all x's. So we're going to distribute. So you get negative 3y plus 3 minus 2y equals 8. This gives you a negative 5y plus 3 equals 8. And then you got to be able to solve a two-step equation. So I'm going to subtract 3, and I get negative 5y is equal to 5. Y is equal to a negative 1 when I divide by that. So my y is a negative 1. So step 3 is to solve, and step 4 is to find the other, or substitute back in your sub. Back into sub. And there's my sub right there. So I'm going to get x equals negative y plus 1. Well, y is a negative, so that's a double negative, so that becomes a plus. So I get x equals 1 plus 1, which equals 2. So x equals 2. And if you look at this graph, I thought it was 2, 1. Look right here. Over 2, down 1. Bam, I got it. Okay, I got lucky. I wasn't real sure of it. I knew I was close. But substitution is 100% accurate. 100%. Not partly, completely. Now today, you're going to be learning substitution. And so to do that, I just happen to have a worksheet here for you, okay? So I want you to do side 1, the first page. Tomorrow, we're going to do side 2. Now, I may switch it on you, so don't go ahead of me, okay? All right, so that's it. And let's talk about what we're doing today in geometry. So in geometry, I want you to write all 7 formulas from your head. All right, well, this one is the angle is equal to the arc. This one is the angle is equal to half of the arc. This one is the angle is equal to half of the big arc minus the little arc. So 50 minus 20 is 30, and half of that is 15. So the angle is 15 degrees. This one is the angle is equal to the sum. You got to add these up. So when you add that up, that gives you 50, but you got to do half of it. So half of 50 is 25. Make sure you take half. This one's the product. 2 times 3 equals x times 7, and then you got to divide by 7, and you got your answer. This one is tangent squared is equal to the outside times the whole thing, which is x plus 10. Now this one is going to be the quadratic formula. So x squared plus 10x, and then you're going to go ahead and move this over here and get x squared plus 10x minus 49, because it changes when you go across that line. And then you got to do the quadratic equation. So this is a 1. So a is 1, 10, and negative 49. Now if you can't do x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, get online. Divide it by 2a, because you have to know it on this one. And so if you want to compete with those honors kids, you got to know this. All right, let's go here. This is the outside times the whole thing. So it's going to be 2 times 7, because you got to add up 5 plus 2. And this is going to be the outside times the whole thing, which is 4 plus x. You got to distribute, and then you got to work it out. There it is. Now, I want you to copy on a new sheet of paper the 3 rotation formulas on the board. Well, to go 90 degrees, let's say it's here, and you want to go 90 degrees is going to be here. Okay, so this is the old point, and this is the new point. Okay, that's this one. So let's say I don't know the rules, so let's figure it out. Let's say this one is over 0 up 2. Over 0 up 2. Now this point is going to be over 2 up 0. So the formula is, and this might not be a good example, but the formula is you have to change the x and switch. So the first one, you would change the x and switch. When you go counterclockwise, so let's say you're going this way, counterclockwise, you would change the y and switch. Now you can verify these on the board. 180, you just change them both. You don't switch them. All right, so let's take this point here, and let's do these. So I want you to take this point, and I want you to do it 3 ways. I want you to graph that point, so negative 4 up 5. Okay, that's the point. And then I want you to go 90 degrees. Let's see what 90 degrees would look like. So that's 90 degrees, so it's got to be somewhere over here. So this is going to be the old point and the new point. But I want you to use the formulas. Okay? Then I want you to go counterclockwise, and then I want you to go 180. Okay, that's what I want you to do right now. All right, so today, I know a lot of you have been testing, but we're going to start on the EOC worksheet. And here it is right here, in case you need it. Okay, there it is. Let me flip it. Okay, I want you to work all of these. I don't have the answers, but I do have a video up from yesterday. So you want to look at that video. All right, have a good morning.